Start.
Good morning, dear students. Now we will review our work done yesterday. We had discussed regarding banking. I told you there are two types of banks. One is called the commercial bank and the second is called central bank. To start with, we will do the differences between commercial bank and central bank and then go over to the process of credit creation. Now, first point of difference is commercial bank is the creator of credit, whereas central bank is the controller of credit. Now, these two words are very important: controller and creator. Controller means it controls the money supply situation in the economy using monetary policy, and commercial banks are responsible for creation of credit. Second point of difference is commercial banks have direct dealing with public, whereas for RBI there is no direct dealing with the public. The keyword is no. Third point is that commercial bank does not issue currency, whereas RBI issues currency. Please note point number 1 and 3 very carefully. Point number 1 says commercial bank is a creator of credit, but it does not issue currency. And RBI is the controller of credit, but it issues currency. Next point is that commercial banks are driven with profit motive and RBI is driven by social motive. Next point is commercial bank has less power and authority as it reports to central bank, whereas central bank is the apex bank and has the ultimate powers. So these are some of the basic points of differences between commercial bank and central bank. You can refer to your textbook for elaboration. Now we are going to discuss main function of commercial bank, which is the function of credit creation, and for central bank we have different functions like bankers bank, government's bank, lender of last resort, and so on. For these functions you can refer to the textbook and the video which I will be sending you, but we shall be elaborating credit creation in today's video. Now for credit creation we need two key terms. One is called CRR and the second is called SLR. CRR is the amount of reserves which are to be kept with central bank. Who keeps? Commercial bank keeps it with the central bank. For example, you are keeping rupees 1000 with your mother. In this case, your mom becomes the central bank and you becomes the commercial bank. Now, why do you keep this money? You keep this money so that in case of emergency, you can take it back from her. Similarly, commercial banks maintain CRR with central bank so that with deposits can be withdrawn at the time of emergency. Next key concept is of SLR. SLR is the amount of liquid reserves which are to be kept with self. Self here refers to the commercial bank. For example, when you are going out of your house, you keep some liquid reserves in your wallet. That liquid reserves which you keep with yourself is a kind of a SLR. Okay. Now, one thing you have to notice is that CRR starts with C. This reserve is to be maintained with central banks. Note CC. Then SLR starts with S. It has to be kept with self. This is a small tip to remember it. SLR means self. CRR means central bank. So these are the key terms which we will be needing. Then next we go to the assumptions of the process of credit creation. First assumption is that all people do not approach bank for withdrawals at the same time, because if they do, then bank will fail. Second assumption is all transactions are taking place through banking system. That means entire banking system is treated as a single unit. There is no difference of ICICI and Deutsche Bank and any other bank. All the banks are treated as a single unit. Now I will take you to the formula of credit creation. The formula of credit creation is 1 upon LRR into primary deposits, where LRR refers to sum total of CRR and SLR. We shall be explaining the process with the help of a table. For that, we assume that bank has an initial deposit of rupees 1000 and LRR given is 10%. Okay, so 10% means 10. Now look at this table very carefully. This table talks about that initially rupees 1000 was deposited in a bank, and out of this 1000, bank cannot lend out the entire amount. It has to keep LRR with itself. So the amount of reserves which a bank will maintain out of this 1000 is 10% of 1000, which comes out to be 100. That means this bank will lend out this rupees 900 as loans. Now when this is given to people, actually cash is not out, there is no outflow of cash, but a bank account is opened in their name, whosoever is taking the loan, and this comes back to the bank in the second round. Now when it is coming in the second round, now the deposits becomes 900 and the amount of reserves will be again 10% of this, which will be 90. So 900 minus 90, we get 810. Now this again 810 will be deposited into different banks because of the assumption of single unit. Entire banking system is a single unit. So this will go as next amount of deposits into the bank. So again 10% will be saved and 729 will be given out as loans. So this process will continue. But we will just put dots, 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 and we will fill up the final values using this formula. Now 1 upon LRR, our LRR was 10%, so 1 upon LRR becomes 10, and our primary deposits was 1000, so our credit creation according to the formula of 1 upon LRR into 10,000 into 1000 becomes 10,000. So total credit creation in this economy, where our LRR was 10% and our primary deposits were 1000, will be equal to 10,000. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we shall be talking about a new topic. Thank you for the day.